Okay, first one we had from like last week's episode, we had motherfucking Dempsey rolls going around like that, just go poof, poof, knocking shit out and all that. Now in this episode, we had some freaking like Tekken fucking empty style, like empty fist kind of style palm strike that just destroys everything. I'm sorry, but that just ending of this episode with the whole fight just so fucking bad. Just seeing like Sekai just sad, like it's like I'm sorry. Just palm blast is just like half the fucking hillside is gone through this whole blast. It's kind of like turning that giant phoenix into one palm strike, and it's just like, Sekai, man, I feel so bad for you in this episode because he was just getting his shit wrecked to him. Like, oh my god, like, this is the worst that we've seen Sekai, like, probably beaten up and lost and, like just so beaten, like, and he even felt this. It's like, we know Sekai's, like, kind of being a person, like, I'll never give up, you know, I'll always, you know, keep up and all that, and regardless of what, like, this is the most we've seen him just like, I am so useless. I cannot do anything. Like, I am hopeless. And going against his like rival and it's like going against like one of the people that he taught with, it's just shown like what was the difference. And it's just like he like up to the point where he was choking him the fuck out and like just beating the living shit out of it. I was like, Sekai, and I really respected Fumina and Yuma. They did not get an all in this fight. They were like, we're just going to make sure you don't run away. They just got there. They gave the few words to Sekai, and they're just like, we're not getting involved in this fight. Whether or not if they were going to actually fight him afterwards, I think if he actually would have lost this fight, which, I wouldn't have, think it would have been an interesting thing if he lost this. Of course he wouldn't know because the opening predicts, the whole thing against, like, the Gunpla Academy, so they wouldn't dare do that. But regardless of what, it was a sick fight, conclusion, really enjoyed it. I mean, it's Bill Fighters. I mean, a fucking Dempsey roll last week. How do you not make a fight epic with a Dempsey roll? I didn't get that far into Evo, and I know about Dempsey roll, and I know how hype that is. Yeah, it was cool. It was really enjoyable. Though, the only bit that we saw, really the tiny bit that we saw of Nemesis like that, it's like, oh my god, the full cloth. That thing was a fucking, the crossbone, full cloth. It looks like Captain Harlock made it or something like that because of the crossbones and shit and the pirate theme. Yeah, it looked like fucking, like, Captain Harlock himself decided to make it. Like, we only saw a bit of it, but we saw that they absolutely united Team White Wolf. Okay, that's a kind of fucking crazy thing that it just knocked the fuck out of White Wolf. White Wolf, I never had any hope for him, but it's like one thing that made me, and this really took away from the episode and really, really, really pissed me off, was like, these guys never got anything. Like, these guys never had any build. Like, they had a bit of build-up, but it's like, oh, come on, guys. We could have easily had something with these guys, at least a match or something. I don't know. That ticked me off, like, just so that Nemesis, this Nemesis kid, and also as well that we can have the Gunpla Academy, like, have their match. I'm looking forward to this. Looks honestly like the match that, like, what we had last, with last season, or when we had, like Yuki versus the other, Majin. Like, this is honestly what this fight feels like, but that just really annoyed me. Like, don't get me wrong, White Wolf were a bunch of scrubs. Anyway, but I think they should have at least had something. So from going by the episodes, from what we've got now, since we've only got like 4 episodes left of the series after this one, we've got this semi-final match that we've got that going on. We've also got the last, conference chat with Minato as well. So that's going to be another match that they've got to do for the semi-finals. That's going to be cool. And then obviously we got the Gunpla Academy, which is probably obviously going to take about 2 episodes to maybe 1.5, unless they try to add something right at the end, which I honestly doubt it because it hasn't been like no trickery, no stuff like that, unlike the series. So honestly, I can see that, it's very predictable where the series is going to go. We're going to have pretty much an episode for these guys next week. We're going to have another episode to conclude the Minato stuff, and maybe 1 episode and a half. And the last 2 episodes are going to obviously, we're going to have Team Tri Fighters versus the Gunpla Academy. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It's just that, yeah, predictability-wise, it's kind of noticeable now. Overall, the fight itself was really awesome. Really enjoyed it. I give it a 7.5. Like, I feel that's unfair because I really did like the fight, but honestly, a 7 to a 7.5, mainly just because of the White Wall stuff, and it's like, you know, it kind of was dragging on a little bit, some here and there with the fight, but let me know in the comments down below what you thought about that. Like, I'm really curious down below, but I'll see you guys next time.